I've posted coming from, I think this is off of the Verge channel or my private channel. But check me out. My it's Oletruck2000 and the Verge um YouTube name is Vapid_Verge, and then you should find it there. It's got like Black Ops 3 in it and some stuff. But today I'll be with Punky. Punky, can you say
Yeah, what's
something?
up?
Alright, so that's Punky. We he's second in command over the YouTube channel, so um yeah, so I'm gonna be reviewing the NBA 2018 live today, so we'll get into it right now. Punky is playing currently. What are you playing, Punky?
I'm playing NBA Live right now.
See, alright, so we're both playing, so I don't know. This is the first time I played it. I literally just got done downloading it. It's weird, I think.
Um, well, from 2K Sports and Live, which is EA Sports, which is two totally different kind of companies. It seems like 2K is more of like the main deal for basketball, because that's pretty much what they make only. Really, EA
Oh,
Sports makes any other kind of sports, and it's better
I
than
kind of
what they
like this.
make.
I kind of like this. It's. Oh, I just got a block with the. Who is that? Is that the ramp?
It's different from 2K. It's way different from 2K actually. But this year on 2K18, they're gonna have like, instead of having like your bar, like your shot meter, like on your feet, they're gonna have it like right beside your head, like NBA Live. And they're basically saying that they're changing the animations of your character. So like if you were a slasher, for instance, like if you made if you did My Career and you made a slasher, which is a guy who dunks on people and goes in for the paint and all that, and it changes on your height and how much you weigh, because if you're not very tall in the paint and you're a slasher and you're probably a point guard or shooting guard or anything like that, you're probably gonna not get so many dunks and probably gonna get blocked a lot. And there's different animations for, I guess, certain types of characters, and just like it depends what your overall is and all that, because what they're doing this year, instead of everybody just doing these kind of crazy dunks that a slasher would do, except for if you were a playmaker and you did like a slasher dunk, that's supposedly not going to happen in 2K, and all that kind of stuff is going on. But when we go over to live, NBA Live, it's a totally different kind of thing. They've kind of, I don't know, made it just a little bit similar than 2K, and Live kind of seemed just a little bit similar, but not much. I don't know, the shooting is kind of hard on Live if you're not a shooter, and it is pretty hard to get away from a defender, even if he was a playmaker. And really, a slasher in NBA Live is not, really like a slasher. A slasher's supposed to be, well, in 2K, a slasher's supposed to be a guy who's a point guard or shooting guard that, goes up there and dunks on people and, like, does everything inside. Well, in Live, for some reason, it's like you do layups and all of that, but it's not as like good as, like if you want an actual slasher on NBA Live, you want to go with a winged, let's see here, going over here, it should be a where is it? It should be a wing. Yeah, it's supposed to be a wing player, and it seems like that's more of a slasher than an actual slasher in the game. I don't know why it's like that, but it just is. It's weird. It's kind of weird how they changed it from 2K and then an NBA Live. Well, at first, I did the whole campaign with a slasher, you know, thinking if I upgrade my character, maybe I could do some, you know, get some, like, cool dunks and dunking on people and do everything inside good. Well, I mean, they're all right inside, but they're not, if you're looking for a real deal slasher on live, you want to go for a winged person,
Ooh.
pretty much a small forward or a power forward, like LeBron James or Paul George and all of them. That's what you want if you're a slasher on live.
Speaking of Paul George, so he's with OKC, right?
Yeah, dude, they're gonna be, instead of, you know, having Kevin Durant and you know, Kevin Durant and Westbrook, it's gonna be another dynamic duo. It's gonna be Paul George and
Well,
Westbrook.
this is the question though. With them having Paul George, will they start up a super team with just two of us and some raw talent? Because they have some decent players and all, but just think of it this way. With that, they're going to have two really good people, right? So they got two good people, and then they got the rest of their players that are just kind of role players. So could they make a super team with just two people?
You know, to be honest with you about that, I don't know. They might be as good as what the Thunder once was when KD was in there.
And Harden?
They might be even better. They might even go like in the finals with Curry and them, or maybe they might be in the finals with LeBron James. It depends how it goes this year. Well, there is one thing though. If Kyrie Irving, he might just trade. He might trade to. He might actually trade to the. Let's see here. I'm pretty sure he would change to like the Nets maybe or something like that. I heard that he's thinking about maybe trading to the Nets. I don't know if that's a good decision or not.
Well, they do have
you know,
D'Angelo Russell though at the Nets, so that could be like a. D'Angelo Russell is a point guard, right?
I'm pretty sure he's like in between a shooting guard. Oh, hey, post. Oh well, there he goes. I'm pretty sure he's a shooting guard and a point guard. I'm thinking his main one's a shooting guard, and then I'm thinking his point. I think he might be a point.
This could be the issue, and you could. They're both. I would pick Kyrie over D'Angelo any time, but would that work out? Because would the playing time work out? You know, because you have two decent point guards on the same team, so that'd be like putting D'Angelo, Curry, and Kyrie and Isaiah Thomas on one team. Would that be good or bad? See, because playing time is going to go down or up for a certain player, right? So, I don't know. And the trade is with this, too, is the Cavs got Derrick Rose, right?
Wait, what?
The Cavs got Derrick Rose.
I'm thinking so.
Because if they got Derrick Rose, which is, I don't know what his rating yet is on 2K18, but you gotta think of it this way. He's not in his prime anymore.
No.
He hasn't been in his prime for a while.
Actually, speaking of Rose, I'm pretty sure he's a 79 overall, right under an 80. Pretty much, I think it's.
Does he deserve that? Does he deserve that rating yet?
Hey, I'm pretty sure he does because he once was a former, you know, MVP of the year. Yeah. But I mean, he has lost his talent because I'm pretty sure it was his ankle and his knee, and I'm pretty sure he did something to his face. And you know, I guess it's an alright rating because he does have some injuries with him. And I mean, he does good. He just doesn't have that three-point shot like he used to. And it's mostly, you know, back when D Rose and Jimmy Butler were on a team, it was usually like when D Rose was in his prime, it was mainly D Rose. Well, when he kind of started getting, you know, down, it was mainly Butler was the main guy to go with, and it was Butler and Noah, Jim King Noah. Yeah.
But I'm just thinking,
I think he deserves it.
I think he deserves it too. but you could see like his ratings have went down like a lot here soon, like the past 2Ks. I'm thinking he's gonna like retire on a good term, I think. But I'm not sure yet because you got so many, like you have so many good players now, but it's all different from back in the day whenever he played, when he was first getting into the league and everything. So it's different now, but there's some really good players like Paul George, Harden, Chris Paul, Curry, Thompson, like the whole team, like the whole Golden State team is really good, and you got the Cavs and everything. So there's a lot of competition this year in the league, but with the competition that they have, some teams is going to get it easy and some's going to get it hard. So you have the underrated teams like the Charlotte Hornets and like the Utah Jazz and stuff like that, and then you have like your key teams like that. Even though like the Heat isn't as big as they once was, you have like the Heat and the Cavs and like the Lakers and the Celtics. That see, the teams that were big back in the day are still big teams. Are still big teams and well-known teams and everything, but the players, I think this year for NBA is going to be a good year, and it wouldn't surprise me if the Cavs or the Warriors didn't make it, but you never know because the Cavs have the upside and the downside. I think they might lose Kyrie, but they gained Derrick Rose, which isn't. I think they're going downhill with Kyrie and losing him, but that's just the thing. The competition's going to be fierce. Like, they're really going to have to fight for what they want. But it wouldn't surprise me if Golden State went head-to-head with another team like the Rockets, because they have Chris Paul and Harden now, and then they also have Patrick Beverly. So the teams aren't super stacked, but they're pretty good. It wouldn't surprise me to see two different teams in the playoffs this year. This wouldn't surprise me at all.
But I think there might be a downfall. I'm pretty sure if Kyrie probably moves to wherever, I'm pretty sure LeBron James is probably going to go to someplace else because
there's already controversy with this though, because there's a rumor that he's going to go to the Cavs with Lonzo, and so you never know what's going to happen and all the trade stuff. Some of it's rumors and everything, but you never know. It could be true.
Yeah, man. I think the best dynamic duo this year between Chris Paul and James Harden and Westbrook and Paul George, and then Kevin Durant and Curry. I think that to be honest with you, I think the best, of course, is probably going to be Curry and KD, just because they're like really good. Both of them can shoot. Both of them can score, but Kevin Durant can do almost everything pretty much. He can dribble, he could go inside,
and for a big man, his ball handling skills are superb. Like, for a big man, because you gotta think about this though. Big man like Wilt Chamberlain, I'd like to see the time we're in. We could never seen him play. Like, we never seen him play. We just know about him from like documentaries and sports books and stuff like that. But the big men in this league, the big men back in the day, their job was to score in the paint and get boards.
Always,
like, you got Kristaps Porzingis, and you got KD, and you got like Karl Anthony Towns and all them, and they're big men and they can shoot threes and like shoot off the dribble, and it's just the big men in the NBA, today's NBA, has just growed so much, because you never seen Shaq or any of them shoot threes that often. Their key role was just get in the paint and score. That's all they were supposed to do. So
Yeah.
It's grown a lot, and the point guards have gotten better, the guards have gotten better, but the super teams, I can see that the super teams are going to get spread out, so you're not going to have more than 3 superstars playing on a team. But so you got like KD, Kevin Durant, and Iguodala, and Klay Thompson. You can't forget Klay Thompson.
No.
So
yeah,
you got like 6 you got 5, like their whole, like Golden State's whole their whole starting 5 are like all stars pretty much, like you know. So you got that, and then you have the other teams that, you know, but it's gonna be pretty interesting this year for the NBA season.
It is. It really is.
But
I just don't. I mean, to be honest with you, the best dynamic duo will be probably Kevin Durant and Curry, just because, you know, they're really good. And I think, you know, to be honest with you, I would like a dynamic duo. Like, I think like to be like a really, really super. I mean, they're all good. Don't, you know, this. I think they're all good. It's just, I think, like, to be honest with you, to, like, you know, to have, like, the best, probably would be, you know, Chris Paul and, you know, and James. They're both, you know, one's point guard, one's shooting guard. They both pretty much do, you know, have the same positions. It's just, you know, shooting guard for, like, James Harden, that's his main thing. For Chris Paul is the point guard. That's his main position. And, I mean, that's going to be good and all, but, I mean, just to, you know, to bring the ball up the court, I mean, they're going to have to, you know, one of them's going to have to be more of a ball hog than the other. I mean, really, because they're both really good at dribbling, and they could do almost everything, except for James Harden can't guard for some god-awful reason.
Well, but, I'm thinking about this. I heard that, too, like, how he's a bad guard. We don't know his stats, though, whenever he was being a bad guard. Maybe that he was close to fouling out, so he kind of laid back so he wouldn't get any fouls. But I don't. That's another thing, is everybody has their good games, everybody has their bad games. So maybe he was close to fouling out, and that's why he didn't. That's just why he didn't perform that good. Or maybe his coach told him something. I mean, you never know. But yeah, he does have. He does have like an issue with guarding for some reason, but you gotta think about it this way. He's an all-star, so he can do it like whatever he wants, pretty much, you know, because he's always going to be up there. But you know, it's just a rising progress, pretty much, with the NBA from now on, because. But yeah. But you just
sorry if you hear somebody calling in the background, just don't mind. Just
first, let's choose your player type.
I'll be like right back. All right, I gotta talk to her real quickly. I'll be right back.
All right,
because she won't stop calling. But talk about you know, what you think about NBA Live this year.
Now, NBA Live is gonna be pretty good. I think it's gonna be pretty good.
And bad. So choose wisely before you lock.
But you never know, because you just don't know, because a lot of times you get what you want out of a video game, and then sometimes you don't get what you want out of a video game. So they can say this and then it not happen. So I don't know. I'm hoping it'll be good, and I'm hoping that we get what we want. So I'm a big fan of basketball. I play basketball myself. I'm a shooting guard at my high school, and
like millions of
we're
other kids,
decent. for
You
a
dreamed
decent
of one
team.
day being in the NBA.
This is actually my first year
You
varsity
wanted to be
ball,
a star.
but well,
And someday to rise above and become the
I've
greatest to
when I
ever
played
play.
this year when I played
You
middle school,
dreamed of being the one.
there was a couple games where they
But the
bumped me
road
up
to
to
stardom
varsity.
is
I went
never
and played
easy.
for varsity a couple
There are
games.
obstacles,
So
injuries,
I've had experience with
and
varsity, and I think I'll do really good.
adversity
I
is
have
universal. It can happen
a
to
good mid-range, a
anyone
decent
at any
three-point,
time.
and inside game,
And one day, it happened
and
to you.
I can dribble, pass, shoot,
You went from being
score.
a guaranteed
I'm like a
lottery
tireless
pick
scorer.
to a kid who may never even play
I can
college
protect the
ball again.
rim pretty good. So I'm not super tall. I'm just kind of the right height for now. Of course, I still have a lot of time to grow. And then Punky, he was a center for our team, and his 3 points are on and off. Like, he could shoot 20 one day and make one. He could go in there, shoot 20 and make every single one of them, or he can just go in there and just 3 points for a big man are kind of, it's hit or miss. He has a pretty decent mid-range, and he can score and protect the rim like a beast. Shooting off the dribble is, for him, is, he's decent. He's a pretty good basketball player. He's our starting center the whole year. And then our starting point guard. See, I played point guard. See, the thing with me is I'm right-handed, but I can also dribble really good with my left hand. So I can go either side of the court. So they pressure me to right, I can go to the left, to the right. So like I was pretty good against pressure when our point guard wasn't. So I pretty much played every position. I played mainly at the beginning of the season, I played point guard, shooting guard, and then I played a little bit of the forward when the coach needed me to. And then at the end of the year, I played more of a forward and shooting guard because one of our post players kind of got, I guess you could say, grounded from like his parents didn't ground him. It was kind of his decision, so he kind of took a break for a couple weeks, which really hurt our team, but it was all right. We still won some games and stuff, so we had that. And then so I played that forward and shooting guard, and I always do good in shooting guards. Like I averaged like 15 points a game this year, which is pretty good for as small as my school is. It has about probably about 350 people in it, which is a pretty small school. But so that was fun, and I was the leading scorer on our team, and probably the lead scorer for assists, and me and my buddy on here is probably tied for blocks because that's all we went for. That's all I kind of went for at the end of the year, was more of a defensive play style than offensive, but I did score a lot. But I had a pretty good basketball season this year, and I'm hoping to have another good season this year. But enough talking about me. Let's get back to the game. I don't know if it's broadcasting the screen at the moment because it said going into a blocked screen because I was making my avatar. But I know you're probably tired of hearing me talk. But yeah, I personally like the way the NBA Live is set up right now because, like in NBA 2K17, all the players pretty much look the same height and everything to me. Like they all look the same. They all look the same. But they all kind of look the same, and excuse me, I yawn. But on live, I can definitely tell the height difference in every player and stuff. So that I kind of like the graphics. I don't like the shooting meter on live, but I get used to it. But I feel like this NBA year is gonna be great because you have all-stars almost on every single team, and the trades are kind of weird this year because the Boston Celtics got Hayward. I think that's his last name. I don't know his first name, but he got moved to the Celtics, so he's pretty good. And so it depends, you know. It depends a lot about who's your teammates and stuff. But because if you don't have a good rim protector and a scorer in the lower end, so you just gotta have. That's the main key, is you gotta have a good offensive defense. Defense will win the game for you. But it definitely will. But Golden State's got a tremendous, I think that's the name for it, offense and defense. Like, it's the best. Even though I kind of sound like a bandwagon, because, you know, Golden State won this year and was a contender of last year and everything, so. But, you know, it's kind of a. Let's see who I got. I'm gonna go with this side. But, enough of me rambling on about this, because I know y'all probably get tired and y'all want to see some action on this TV. Down, rebound, exit, shoot, exit, accept, accept. What do I do here? So. But, basketball's not gonna be like it used to be in the old days. It's just not. It's evolving to. I like the play style of the NBA. I wish it was kind of like that. Well, varsity is kind of a paced basketball game, and middle school is kind of more of like a chill paced. But I don't know. I just love the NBA because it's fascinating. Like, when you grow up watching basketball and being inspired about basketball, watching basketball, playing basketball, and everything. Like, whenever I was a kid, you threw a piece of paper in the trash can and you said Kobe. Didn't know who he was, but you said it. So then my buddy, we used to be really good friends from 6th through 7th grade, and then we're still really good friends to this day. We just don't hang out as much as we used to. But if it wasn't for him, I would never like basketball, because we was out there on the playground. I never played basketball before. Like, when we was in elementary school, all we played was kickball. That was the thing. But he always said everyone shot basketball, so I tried. Then he was like, "Man, you should really play middle school ball with me this year." And I was like, "Well, I'll try it." So then I played, and I really liked it, so I got better at it, and then I was also, I think, the best one on my team this year, personally, and Punky can probably agree with that too. But I really hope I'm gonna buy it, hopefully, and stream it for you guys. NBA 2K18. See if I can back this guy down here a little bit, like Shaquille O'Neal. Yep. Big guy. I kind of made him look like one of them big old people that you like see playing ball in a prison yard. Scruffy looking guy. But I really hope it's what everybody made it out as for 18, I mean, excuse me. But I like this. I do like this a lot. I like the 2K18 Live. it's pretty neat, and I kind of like how it's a play style like this. And yeah, pass it to him in the paint. He ain't gonna score. He ain't gonna score. That's a shot I can barely run. Here, pass me the ball. I'm coming down the paint. I'm gonna back this little shrimpy guy up here real quick. What you got, big boy? Oh, tricked you. I ain't gonna pass you the ball, you stupid. I wonder if I can shoot a three. I'm gonna pop a three. Ready? Ready for this? See if I made this. Ooh, that was close. But, oh, that's my man. He ain't gonna dunk on you. That's what I'm talking about. If you guys want, just comment below the video if you want to see more of this is just a demo. I don't know if I'll buy this or not, but this is just a demo. But if you guys want to see 2K18 live stream, then comment 2K18 with like a exclamation mark or something, and then I'll see if I can get some live stream of that up if y'all want it. But you have to comment, subscribe, and not subscribe. I mean, subscribe if you want, because I have 2K17 right now. I have the demo for live, and then I'll buy 2K18 and live stream that if you guys want that gameplay of 2K18. If not, I'll just keep on making live streams, and if you like them, you like them. If you don't, you don't. But subscribe and comment 2K18 with an exclamation mark if you want to see more of that. But like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you guys for watching. Old Truck out. Don't forget to subscribe to the Vapid Verge channel. I'll try to link it below, but thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one.